2 Halloween events, 3 major balls going on in Great Falls, and we have crosstown football. All of this on the way. I've curated it all, and if you live in Great Falls, the next 48 hours could be chaos, but they don't have to be. I'm right here for you. From Keller Talent Productions and Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio, it's the Great Falls Daily Connection for your Friday. And I've got a little late this afternoon because, honestly, it's a brand new camera, and I had to download a bunch of stuff to set it up. So here I am again. As we start to get better and give you the chance to get interviews and all the additions I've got for this show. But in the meantime, we got a lot to go through. So if you live in the Great Falls area or just want to know what's going on in Great Falls, this is a show. First of all, let's look at the weather forecast, and it's going to be a great weekend. It's for your Friday. Expect a very windy afternoon. High in the 70s, low tonight, 45, partly cloudy. Saturday, for your October 25th, it'll be a high of 65 and partly sunny. Sunday, 54, mostly sunny and windy. Monday, a high of 50. Now, there's also a chance of snow up in the mountains and other elevations. So if you're going to be traveling, you can dial 511 on your phone and get the road report. So it looks really good for the weekend. In fact, it's fantastic. So tonight, I want to mention crosstown football, first of all, and this between Great Falls High and CMR. Those are the 2 major high schools. That starts at 7 o'clock at Memorial Stadium. And if you're into live music, this is it right now. We've got an incredible list going on for live music. I'll give that to you for tonight and then for tomorrow night later on. And we start with live music tonight, 6 o'clock. Rick Tryon is at the Halftime Sports Bar. Eric Fingers Ray is at the Celtic Cowboy starting at 6 o'clock. At 8, we'll have the Frontier Inn presenting Allegedly Red. Thanks to Kip and everybody over there at the Frontier Inn for that live music scene. At 9 o'clock over at the Dew Bar, 50 Watt Sun. And that's just the first night in a long night of events going on at the Dew Bar. The El Cajun Jam Band is at the Beacon Ice House starting at 9 o'clock. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yes, I did. Joel Corda over at the Sip and Dip for tonight and tomorrow night. So for today's events until 5 o'clock, the Great Falls Community Food Bank is hosting their fundraiser at Sam's Club, the Scare Away Hunger Food Drive. Also tonight, Great Falls Americans Hockey with the Sheridan Hawks tonight, 7:05 at the Iceplex. University of Providence Volleyball against Dickinson State. That's at 6 o'clock tonight over at the college. The Halloween Community Carnival at the Community Rec Center, which, by the way, is for sale at 801 2nd Avenue North. Games, art, costume contest, and prizes, and game tickets and concessions available for purchase $5. And another $5 gets you through the haunted house. Woo-hoo-hoo. Scary stuff. Now, tomorrow, we got a full list of events. And I'll start with the live music for the evening. For tomorrow night, you can go out to the Freakers Ball. More on that soon. Allegedly Red at the Frontier Inn starting at 8. And Joel Corda again at the Sip and Dip. Now, Saturday, like I said, oh my goodness. Let's run this down. We'll start at about 10 o'clock. The Halloween Party and 4th Annual Costume Contest at the library for kids 3 to 18. The Empty Bowls 2025 event for the YWCA and the Mercy Home Shelter Program. That'll be over at the University of Providence, 11 o'clock. That's where you can buy your bowl to help them out. The bowl of hot soups from various restaurants and desserts and raffles. You get to take home these handmade bowls. Isn't that awesome? Now, we also have our Electric City Dice and Cosplay going on at the Montana Expo Park all weekend long, focused on tabletop games, dice, and costume play. That continues through Sunday. And what else do we have? Oh, the Ghouls and Goblins Fall Craft Show at the Mansfield Civic Center. That starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow till 3. A variety of spooky-filled crafts over there. The kids can celebrate the spooky season with Kids Halloween Crafts at 10 o'clock at the Crafters Lounge, 724 6th Street Northwest. The Steinhaus is having a BYOB, Bring Your Own Pumpkin carving event, Starts at 12 noon. All ages welcome. Third annual Lick or Treat at Great Falls Voyagers parking lot starts at 3 with spooky surprise bags for kids and pets. I mentioned the 3 balls going on. First of all, at the Do Bar, it is the Freakers Ball. And this is tomorrow night, Saturday night, start at 5 o'clock all the way through closing time at the Do Bar, 1800 3rd Street Northwest. And they have bands all night long, including my friends Plague of Aces, Switch Off Safety, Blessed Doom, and a lot more. Did I mention 3 balls? There's actually more than that, because we have the Night for the Goal Masquerade Ball at the Heritage Inn. That's for the Montana Rush Soccer and Transparency right here. My grandson is in that, and he's a great soccer player, too. So they're hosting an elegant, adult-only masquerade ball to support its youth programs. Starts at 6 at the Heritage Inn. The Bootlegger Ball, the History Museum, where what is it called? I forgot now. It was the Jazz Ballroom. I'm sitting here, and I'm not going to edit this because I can't remember what the Ozark Room. I knew I would get that. All right. Step back into the 1920s at this jazz-themed bootlegger ball over at the History Museum. And it's a fundraiser for that with specialty cocktail hour, dinner, and live jazz music by the John Gemberling Jazz Trio. And the first annual Fabulous Fright Night fundraiser and party is at Times Square at the LGBTQ Center. All ages, $5 door entry with the live band, the Castle Reefers, and Willie Puffett. And who's playing drums in that band and singing? Me. The costume contest for kids and adults, creative best couple group, and the scariest costume. That's over at Times Square. That's downtown, with the trick-or-treat basket raffle and carnival games. Also for this weekend, the Scream at Centene at Voyager Stadium, the haunted house-style attraction, the guided tours at Elevation 3330, the haunted time travel tunnel tours at 310 First Avenue South. What am I missing here? Oh, there's also sports tomorrow night. Great Falls Hockey at the Iceplex, and the Great Falls Americans hockey game playing the Yellowstone Quake at 7 o'clock. Now, isn't that awesome? So we got all that going on just this weekend, and there's some things going on for Sunday, too. But before I let you know about the direct threats to our own elected officials in Montana and the national news on today's Great Falls Daily Connection, I want to talk about Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. You see the logo there. And Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio in the 2J's complex does a lot of things for people who aren't into yoga. So, like, it's for people who are not into yoga. And they have an 8-week introductory yoga course for the rest of us, like myself. I went into a yoga studio once and tried a class, and it was so advanced, I didn't know what I was doing. I was really sore and tired. It was frustrating. So this eases you into what yoga is about, how it can help you, and it's amazing for me. It can do wonders for you, too. Yoga is do-it-yourself health and wellness. At Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio in the 2J's complex, you can go over there and see all the things they've got on the wall over there on the right-hand side where the vintage cellars used to be. Or just harmonyinthefallsyoga.com on the web and figure that out for yourself. And you can actually sign up for the classes right there. In local news for this Friday, October 24th, 2025, the Great Falls Daily Connection. Before I get into that, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, you have any comments about this show, please share this and comment below, and let's make this a two-way connection. Thank you very much for watching. So Great Falls City Commissioner Shannon Wilson has contacted police after receiving a direct threat. She was sent an email through a nonprofit contact page calling board members terrorists and stating, quote, "We have all your addresses," and, quote, "Well, you are afraid you should be." The email was signed Charlie Kirk. A Livingston man is also facing a misdemeanor assault charge after he allegedly sent a death threat to city manager Grant Gager's home. Livingston police say the man admitted to sending the letter, which referenced the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk. City commissioners released a statement there condemning the sharp increase in hostile behavior in all places in Montana urged our community to return to respectful dialogue. And so do I. And thank you. A new state law requiring voters to include their birth year on absentee ballot envelopes. This is creating chaos because some rejection rates in counties are up tenfold. Tenfold. That's 1,000%. Mostly because the voters simply forgot to fill in the birth year right below their signature. So that's how you can make sure your vote gets counted. When you sign your ballot on your envelope, put down the year of your birth down below. That way, your vote gets counted. Election officials stress that every vote matters. They urge all Montana voters to please double-check that envelope. And if you'd like to verify your ballot status, as I've said before, there's a simple way to do that. myvoterpage.com, I think is what it is. myvoterpagemt.com. You can Google that. Okay. So, SNAP benefits, as we've talked about, they're set to expire. And we will have no SNAP benefits for Montana families for the month of November. Government shutdown is causing that chaos. So, the Great Falls Community Food Bank is ready to help out. Salvation Army Family Services, if we can help out a little bit and donate, I plan on doing that myself. Salvation Army Family Services can help us out. If you have any other people that can help others out, then let us know. Besides these five, the Great Falls Community Food Bank, Salvation Army Family Services, St. Vincent de Paul can help, Set Free Christian Fellowship can help, and Helping Hands at First English. And before we get to the national headlines, just a quick thank you. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to support it, hit the like button, hit subscribe, do it. Everybody says the same thing, but I really mean this, because if you share this and we get 50 subscribers, I'll be doing this live. Now that I've got the camera all set up, finally, and I was using my phone before. Thank you to Susan, my wife, for giving me that. She said, you're having too much trouble with that phone, so thank you. So, and this is a community, so this is meant to have everything all in one place, and it's hard to know because of all the different disparate groups trying to go on Facebook and share it to everybody else. How do you get all the information in one place? I've done it for you right here, so thank you. If you like the work, just subscribe and share this. In national news here on the Great Falls Daily Connection for your Friday, October 24th, 2025. Consumer prices are still climbing. The Bureau of Labor Statistics report inflation grew at an annual 3% rate in September. That's up slightly from August. And we're seeing prices rise in major categories, including housing, airfare, and apparel. The report is released despite the ongoing federal shutdown that shows consumers remain stressed, with high prices now ranking as their top financial concern. Now, here's some good news. Like I said, more than 75 million Americans, us, receiving Social Security and Supplemental Security income benefits will see monthly payments rise 2.8% in 2026, accelerating from the year's increase for the first time in 3 years. And the Social Security Administration announced the annual cost of living adjustments for the Consumer Price Index. So, in the rest of the news for today, for your Great Falls Daily Connection, maybe these are some of the stories you may have missed. And there are 6 people, including Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. They've been arrested for fixing NBA games as part of a sprawling sports gambling scheme. So right now, it's maybe you can go on DraftKings and find out whether they'll be guilty or not and bet on that. Here's something else. Netflix. My granddaughter used to call it Neckflix. Netflix announced the 2-hour finale of Stranger Things will be not only streamed, but also in the theaters, so we can see in great detail how much they're actually mid-20 adults now. But kids will be kids. And 80-year-old Betsy Hellenberger from Minnesota. This is inspiring. Betty has become the oldest woman to hike the entire Appalachian Trail. And it must be weird walking among the trees knowing you're older than them. That's the rest of the news. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of, every day now on the Great Falls Daily Connection, a little bit of advice, something that triggers you to something positive and maybe turns your life around in little ways, for gratitudes. And this is from Earl Nightingale. Now, I knew about Earl Nightingale because in my first radio job in Cheyenne, Wyoming, I used to play the Earl Nightingale program after I did the newscast. And my first job was a news person. I went to journalism school in Spokane. And Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. Now, this is it. I just found this, a 7-inch record of it. The Strangest Secret. So if you ever get a chance on YouTube after you're done watching this, look for Earl Nightingale. And I found this on 7-inch. I don't know how, but here's one he said, and I've been listening to The Strangest Secret. Think about this. Our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations. And we're finding out more and more every day that religion and quantum physics come together and that we create our own universe, our environment. It's a mirror of our attitudes and expectations. So I expect great things in my life and I expect great things in your life. And I expect a great attitude for you. And thank you very much. If this show helps you plan your fun time or, just as entertaining, maybe I put a joke in there or two that you liked. Let me know. Comment below. Any comment. I'd love to hear from you. And that is your Great Falls Daily Connection, brought to you by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. We connected. So I'll be back Monday with a brand new episode. Now that I have the camera issues fixed, I expect this to be downloaded and into your YouTube feed by 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. And hope that helps you. In the meantime, between now and then, I'll see you on the weekend. And if I don't see you, I'll see you.